The Kitchen Diaries. See and hear what the pixel eyes get cooking. Welcome to another episode of the Kitchen Diaries. As you can see, we're not in our kitchen today, so this is a Kitchen Diaries on tour. We're at the Citrus in Mainz, Germany, and right next to me is the Scary guy. Hello, Scary.
Hi, Jessica. How are you? It's good to be here with you.
It's good to have you here. For those of you who don't know the Scary guy, he's on a mission, let's put it this way. Scary, tell everybody who doesn't know you yet what mission that is.
Well, my mission, Jessica, is for the last 14 years is to eliminate hate, violence, and prejudice worldwide. And I've been traveling the world, waking people up to the idea that they have the power to take full responsibility for all their words and actions when they're confronted with someone else's negative behavior.
How do you do that?
Well, let's see. We go to the kitchen. No. And then we cook up some cool food. No, I'm just kidding. We get booked by government agencies, schools, and in Germany, of course, we're here for schools. You call it what do you call it? A Schule? Schule. I love how she says that. And we go in and actually provide lessons for students and show them how to process all words as energy so that they no longer have to live as a victim. And there's a series of programs that we actually take each of these kids through. So it's really exciting. And I'm in, how do you say it, Mainz? Mainz. I'm in Mainz now. We just came in yesterday, and we will be working with the bilingual Montessori Schule.
Very good pronunciation.
Thank you very much.
But you're not only working in schools or for schools. I also saw video material of you working with the police or military on military bases. Tell us something about that.
Well, and that's what's, I think, really cool about our mission is that we do get hired by law enforcement agencies all over the world, and people say, well, why? What's the difference between kids and police? Don't the police do things to help people? And I say, well, yeah, they do, but the truth is they still have anger issues, they still have conflict, they still have problems dealing with people that are negative, and a lot of times police officers take on that same kind of energy, so they get negative or they have anger issues. So what I do is I show them how to process this information in the moment that they're confronted with these kinds of people with that bad behavior, the negative behavior. And they really appreciate that. And then the military is a whole other ballgame. I mean, I've been working with the United States Air Force in Europe for the very same issues because they have their own culture. Everybody has their own culture, and we show them these same programs, and a lot of people think because I work with kids that the program in a military setting or a program in a police setting would be different, but it's really not. It's really kind of the same thing.
One of the key words of your program, let's call it this way, is bullying.
Yeah, mobbing.
Mobbing, yeah.
Well, you call it mobbing. In Germany, it's called mobbing, and I had a hard time adjusting. Because I call it bullying, and they call it bullying in England and in America. And then when I come here, I say bullying, and all the Germans go, huh? And they say mobbing. So anyway.
Okay. So, also für unsere deutschen Zuhörer, Mobbing ist im Englischen Bullying. Wir werden jetzt Bullying weiterverwenden. You teach children in schools, for example, not to take in the negative energy others are producing, to use their own energy.
That's right.
Tell us something more about how to protect yourself from that negative energy.
Well, it's very difficult on the surface to talk like that because a lot of people, when I share these ideas and these concepts with them, they have a hard time at first understanding exactly what I'm talking about. But the question I ask everybody is this: is it possible for you to hear someone speak and not become the meaning of their words? Mm-hmm. So when they're confronted or they're asked this question, is it possible to hear them speak and not become the meaning of their words? they start to think about, what does that mean? You know, how does that happen? Is it possible to really hear someone and not take in what they see and hear? So what I have to do is I physically have to show them on a very strategic plan the flow of these words as real energy, because a lot of people are taught throughout their lives to what? Ignore the words. Moms and dads tell their kids, well, just ignore them. And I say, well, wait a minute, moms and dads, how is that possible? Because
First thing, how is that possible, and how doesn't that build up more anger inside yourself?
well, that's the whole point. The point is the words have already entered their mind. So how are they supposed to ignore something that's already entered their mind? And so what I do is I say, okay, we don't want to ignore them anymore. We want to really process everything. Truthfully, I want every person on the planet to start to see words as energy. And they look at me like, what do you mean see them? You can't really see them. They're invisible. Well, you become a seer when you start to process and you start to see all these words coming at you physically. And then that gives you the right to be able to process it. And then you start to make choices. Who does it really belong to? Who is it really about? And what is your choice going to be now?
Your whole message became a big issue, let's put it this way, not too long ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. CNN put something out about you. We saw that on the internet, at least parts of it. And in the end, what seemed to be a good thing went to a bad thing, more or less, from CNN, telling people that you take this and that much money for your shows and that you bully people to teach them not to bully.
Yeah.
That's basically it, I think. But then thinking about it, the outcome of this wasn't too bad at all. Why that?
Well, you know, they say in the world of media, any news that you get or any time that you get on TV now is potentially good for you. At first, it was really hard for me to hear. Some of the things they did is they took my message completely out of context, and some of the parts that I do are on the edge, really, you know. But they're only 1 or 2 minutes worth of my show or 1 or 2 minutes worth of my program. So they chose not to show any of the real truth of what it is I teach, and then they just picked these little pieces out and they aired that and put it in a negative setting. And I guess they have a mission too. They have a goal to do what they need to do, and evidently there were people at possibly CNN that don't think that I should be in front of kids doing what I do, which is okay. Because the truth is, people will take what they want to take out of it, and they will see right through, and they will see the truth of it. And I got more positive input from the CNN piece than I did negative. The negative that I did get was a 1-line sentence, from somebody I don't even know, and that's okay. The positive is people going to keep up the good work no matter what.
That's great to have all that feedback from you people out there. Thank you. So what can people expect from you in the near future? You will be in Germany a lot again, I think. Will you be traveling more around the world?
Yeah, we're in Germany now on this particular tour for about 9 days. And then we go back to England for a little bit. Then we'll be in the United States. And this year we'll be in Sweden, which is kind of exciting. And also Luxembourg again. And I'm thinking right now there's people in schools in Berlin, which would be the first time we've ever been to Berlin, and I'm really looking forward to that. And all over the place, and maybe, who knows, you never know. They say in the business of film stars and TV, if the stars all line up, maybe we'll be on TV someday with a series.
Sounds great to me. So, never judge a book by its cover. As you can see here, there's a lot more to this guy than just facial tattoos. And you guys check out the Scary Guy's homepage. Take a look and then go to one of his shows. It's worth seeing it. Thank you. Thanks, Scary.
Well, you're beautiful. Look at you. Didn't you say we could maybe kiss or something?
We could. Let's go.
Don't you think?
Okay, Scary. Now say, Ich grüße.
Ich grüße.
No, grüße is where your sweat comes out. That's not good. Okay. Grüße with a G.
Oh, okay. Grüße.
There you go.
Ich grüße.
Ich grüße meine
deutschen
Fans.
Fans.
Ich grüße meine deutschen Fans.
Ich grüße meine deutschen Fans.
And now say to the camera.
Ich grüße meine deutschen Fans.
Yay!